talking about, bitch, before I met Arquez, I was on the blogs. Before Arquez met me, he was all through the blogs. Both of us had very much a lot of clout before we met each other. Bitch, we don't need each other for BIGO. Bitch, what the fuck? Bitch, we keep a lot of shit off BIGO. Yeah, y'all saw us go through it on BIGO, but guess what? Oh, well. Y'all praise people who, child, it don't even matter. Like, girl, I just know Llama. Nobody in the history of ever has checked for Llama. But I keep making your ass run up.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? You know what's funny about you, DZ?
You dumbass.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? You know what's funny about you? You literally have to talk about me having to show things off to people that don't care.
Come up and keep responding to everything I say.
You're not saying anything.
You don't give a fuck about me.
You're not saying anything.
You don't give a fuck about me. But you watch everything I say. Watch everything I do. You go look on the blog when me and Zay was laughing, bitch. That didn't have shit to do with anything, bitch. You just mad because nobody wants to blog about Llama.
You're stupid. I would never want to be talking about my girl on live. I'm sorry.
Nobody gives a fuck about you unless you throw a drag.
No one cares about you, which is why you get beat up in every relationship.
They do. That's why I got almost 1 million followers, and that's why you got almost 50 million.
Mute him, Rosa.
Shut your bum ass up, yeah.
Rosa, mute him, please. You haven't sent any gifts. This is my live. I told you that. So when you send 5 dragons to Rosa today and send some to Lady Red, you can talk. Number one, DZ, everything of what you talk about has to do with shit that don't matter. You're talking about followers that don't care about you. You're talking about money and you're broke. You're talking about all of these possessions that does not matter in happiness. That's your problem. Did you not just hear that your nigga was literally complaining about that? How he had to be a man, he has to pay for this, he has to pay for that. That's the problem with y'all. And then you want to sit over here and tell me that I need to come live with a bunch of people that don't give a fuck about my relationship and show when I go out to dinner? Bitch, y'all couldn't even keep Christmas to yourselves. You had to go live like losers and show people that y'all were happy on Christmas. You fucking weirdo. Who does that? You couldn't even keep that to yourself. You have to show everything off because you're fucking insecure. No matter how handsome you may think you are, DZ, you're miserable, you're mad, you're lonely. You think that you're sick. And when Arquez was up there uplifting you, you know what you were doing? You were manipulating him. You were literally getting your ass beat and was asking him to beat you up some more. You're a broken man, sir. And we don't compare in anything. You sitting over here talking about everything virtual. Let's talk about your real life. Because we've seen a lot of it. Weren't you the one coming on the app pretending to be heterosexual and then you started to get fucked and lose your mind? Wasn't that your testimony? I believe that was you, sir. I believe you were the one that was doing that, not me. You sitting over here talking about hetero thing. Let me tell you something, easy. I will violate you. I'll violate a heterosexual man. I'll violate anybody. You're a grown 30-something-year-old man, damn near 40, and you have no control over your emotional behavior. You have no control over your mental. The only thing keeping you afloat right now is the designers. Let me tell you what the average black man don't have. They don't have supporters that give a fuck about them. That's going to keep running them up. That's going to keep helping them pay their bills. That's going to call you on the back end and make sure that you're good. Most black men don't have your support. Most black men don't have our class support. Most black women don't have a lot of the support that we see on this app, which is why I don't feel bad for y'all. Because where there's still a supporter right now that's going to call your phone and sit down and speak to you, there's somebody that don't have nobody that they're going to speak to. So what the fuck are you really talking about? What are you really talking about? Oh, you're talking about dragging quotas, faggot this. Let's talk about facts. How's your new teeth? I have mine. Unmute him.
Now, respectfully, mute her. Let mute her so I can respond.
No.
Because for a bitch that don't watch me, shut up, bitch. You muted after 5 dragons. Shut your faggot ass up. Bitch, for a bitch that don't write me, that don't watch me, you just told me several things about me that apparently that for someone who doesn't watch me, you just told me about my Christmas. You just told me about my sexuality. First of all, I've been gay since the 1st grade, baby. Because I don't tell y'all everything does not mean anything. First of all, bitch, I've been knowing that like niggas. Just because I didn't have a relationship with one until I was 30, bitch, and that's when a nigga that I was dating felt like, hey, he was felt embarrassed because I wasn't claiming him out loud. I was over his house, going live in his house, and saying, no, we just the homies, and he's doing everything. So, bitch, I came out for him to show him that, hey, look, I cared at that time. I did care about him heavily. So, but for somebody who don't watch me, you just told me about Christmas. I'm sorry that you have a boring ass life that you can't share with the world. Yes, I wanted y'all to see how happy I was when I was getting gifts. Yep, on Christmas when I opened up my iPad, I very much wanted to share that with BIGO, a place that I go live every day. Yep, that I want to see, and guess what? You remember it, faggot. You remember it. You clearly remember it, so it did something to you. So was you jealous that your ugly ass girlfriend didn't get you shit? Besides some of that old ass pussy that you really didn't want, that you probably didn't even get really, because guess what? You're gay, faggot.